Welcome back, everyone. 3D printing now and beyond. Today we're going to be talking about printing with ASA filament, specifically the Bamboo Lab brand ASA. So when I first got this filament, I was having trouble with it sticking to the build plate. So I did some research. I posted in a few support groups. I got a bunch of different answers. And basically it seemed like everyone was telling me to try anything and everything to get this stuff to stick to the build plate. So I wanted to do some experimenting before I posted this video because I was trying to figure out what was really going on. I got every answer from things like clean the build plate, which, okay, I'm the one asking for help, right? Fair enough. We already cleaned the build plate, but we'll clean it again. We'll clean it with Dawn dish soap. We'll rinse it with water that's 0 TDS, so there's no minerals left behind when it dries, which I'm not sure if everyone even does, but hey, I did that too. We will try 91% IPA. We will try 99% IPA, which was my idea. And there's not necessarily anything wrong with that. But the thing is, regardless of any of that, it still doesn't stick to the build plate. The parts would come out spaghetti all the time. So, kept trying things because I just wanted to get down to the core of what's going on here. And I just kept noticing things like, say for instance, when I go to pull the purge strip off the build plate, it's literally just like that. And now I know when the build plate is still warm, that's the best time to try and pull this if you want to feel how tacky it is. I know that, but still, even when it was still warm, it's just like it was just laying there. There's no tackiness literally at all. So that got me thinking that I don't think it's anything with the machine. Obviously settings are important, but I'll just give another example. I was printing it with 90C on the bed, and people were telling me to increase the temperature on the bed, which I didn't necessarily disagree with because if it's anything like ABS, which I am familiar with, it loves heat. So the default setting was 90C. I bumped it up to 95. Didn't work. I tried 100. Also didn't work. So I'm just like, okay. So I just kept digging, and there was this one thing that stood out more than anything else. It was actually a video I saw on the channel, The Next Layer, because he was having issues with ASA, and he recommended this Vision Miner nano polymer adhesive. And I had a feeling that was a good idea from day one. So I ordered it. Kind of took a break from this whole ASA thing because I actually had other things that were more interesting at the time. And just kind of came back to it, did some more experimenting. Actually, I did some more testing without even using that, because I just had a feeling that's what it needed. And guess what? From my experience anyway, with this Bamboo Lab brand of ASA, it's just the filament. It is just not tacky enough, no matter if you got 100C on the bed versus 90, which should be enough. Part of this whole Bamboo thing is they're trying to make it easy for everyone, right? They got their own brand of this filament. They got their own pre-made print profiles. 90C should be just fine on the bed. Well, guess what? After all my testing, it is. Like I said, I don't disagree with increasing the bed temperature for this filament. I don't think that's a bad idea, but just trying to get down to the core of what was really going on with this stuff. So that's what I ended up doing, everyone. Clean the build plate, of course. Put this stuff on. Comes with a brush. Just put on an even coat. You don't got to use a ton. Just where you can see it, where the part's going to be printing, and spread it out nice and even. So here's some prints I did with ASA. Now, obviously this one is great. There's no warping on the corners here. This one was done at 100C on the bed. These ones were also done at 100C on the bed. But what I was doing is I tried not reapplying the Vision Miner, and you could see it started to lift right there. in the corner. So I tried again just out of curiosity, and sure enough. So I was just getting more and more convinced that it just does need this adhesive. So I put the bed temperature back down to 90, reapplied the vision miner, and I canceled this print too, by the way. This was not a failed print. I just stopped it right there along with these. I just don't really like inhaling ASA fumes. And it was being kind of time consuming doing all this testing. Because there was other prints beside these, I tried doing like benchies, etc. But anyway, so this one was on at 90 on the bed with a nice even coat of the vision miner, and it turned out just fine. So just imagine this is that one, and the print was not canceled because I didn't really care about this top part here. I was just trying to see if it would stick to the bed, and the print had got far enough that I was okay with just canceling it. I'd put enough time into this at that point. So from my experience anyway, with the Bamboo Lab ASA, regardless of what other people have suggested, which I appreciate and all that, I don't think some of the suggestions I got were necessarily relevant to my situation here. So if you get this filament and you're having trouble with it sticking to the bed, I would not recommend wasting a bunch of time because it's probably nothing you're doing wrong. Just clean the build plate, get some of this Vision Miner nanopolymer adhesive, put a nice even coat on, and use the default settings for the Bamboo ASA print profile. And it should work just fine. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helps someone out there save some time. As always, thanks for watching.